So last Saturday, I decided to host what I thought would be a chill family game night. You know, the usual, some snacks, friendly competition, and maybe a little light trash talk when someone inevitably lands on boardwalk with a hotel. Everyone showed up on time and, for once, Aunt Linda didn't bring up her essential oils pyramid scheme within the first 5 minutes, so things were off to a promising start. I set out Monopoly, figuring it was a safe, classic choice, plus, we'd all agreed never to play Uno again after the great wild card incident of 2022. That's when my Uncle Dave, the self-proclaimed game master, piped up and said Monopoly was too predictable. "Let's spice things up," he declared, grabbing the rulebook and ceremoniously tossing it over his shoulder like it was a graduation cap. What followed can only be described as a fever dream of board game fusion. He started assigning chess pieces to Monopoly tokens, so suddenly the top hat was a rook and could only move in straight lines, while the dog was a knight and had to jump over properties. Every time someone passed go, they had to draw a community chest card and perform a Swedish assembly challenge, which involved using the dice and chance cards to assemble a suspiciously IKEA-like cardboard box he'd brought with him. By the second hour, no one was entirely sure what game we were playing. My cousin tried to mortgage a bishop, my mom kept asking if she could trade her thimble for free parking, and my dad attempted to castle his iron and thimble after rolling doubles. Uncle Dave, meanwhile, was gleefully assigning victory points for anyone who could correctly pronounce the name of the IKEA bookshelf he'd just hidden under the table. At one point, Grandma started hoarding Monopoly money, chess pawns, and tiny Allen wrenches, declaring herself supreme board lord and demanding everyone pay her rent in both $20 bills and hex keys. By the end of the night, we realized we'd somehow managed to invent a new game that was equal parts Monopoly, chess, and IKEA assembly instructions. Grandma ended up winning. She now technically owns Boardwalk, a bishop, and a Billy bookcase, which I guess makes her the first person in history to pass go, collect $200, and still have to tighten the screws on her new shelf.